Welcome to Spectacle on Television Nigeria. I am your host, Daniel Atai. Spectacle today brings you a short exclusive with the ABUJA Environmental Protection Board Director, Dr. Hassan Abubakar, on the prowling cattle in the city of Abuja, otherwise known as Federal Capital Territory. What do we do about the prowling animals, especially cows? So we took a trip to his office to interview him on what are the challenges fighting against ranching in the FCT or grazing areas in the FCT. Have a pleasure listening to him.
You see, grazing in FCT is restricted. It's not banned, but it's restricted. There are areas where the Honorable Minister has approved for grazing. And I don't know why these Fulanis, we've been arresting their cows, prosecuting them. Sometimes the court will even confiscate the animals, but they don't want to leave. You know, largely, FCT population, the Fulani takes about 60% before the establishment of Abuja, before the establishment of Federal Capital Territory. So it's always very difficult to move them out of the city. But we have been trying our best. They are all over the city, but we have been removing them out of the city. You can see, if we have not been removing them, you will not even be able to drive within these cities, because they have large number of cows, large number of animals that they bring into the city. So we have been removing them, and we have been talking to them. The minister has directed that we should be talking to them. We can even advance our advocacy to their villages where they live now, so that we talk to them, and let us show them the dangers of them bringing their animals in the city. They can be hit by moving vehicles, and eventually they will lose these cows, and so many lives can also be lost through these cows. So let them go to the bushes. There are bushes around the FCT. Let them go there, and there are areas that are specifically there are specifically areas where the Honorable Minister earmarked for grazing. They can go there. Even though they were complaining of security issues, yes, I know. But then those areas are the areas where they should go and do their grazing.
Are you talking about the rural grazing area known as Roga, or we are talking about ranching that the FCT Minister have put in place in his budget?
You see, the issue is Ruga is a Hausa word or Fulani word, while grazing reserve is English. They all mean the same. Okay. So if you try to differentiate them, it means maybe because you're not a Hausa man, you will not understand the difference between this. Ruga is a Hausa word. It's not an English word. Grazing reserve is an English word. So the full meaning of grazing reserve is Ruga. Yes, you provide facilities and all these things. Yes, the minister has already approved that we should go ahead and establish these places for them. There are 4 places that are earmarked for this Ruga thing. Yes.
And has it started talking about the rural grazing area?
You see, Abuja is designated. Once an area is meant for this, it is meant for that. Like these areas where the minister has approved for grazing. It's not grazing, you don't need so much structures before you start grazing. We are saying grazing. Grazing means animal going there to eat the grasses. So the grasses are already there. Okay. They can go there now and start. Some of them are even there.
But what we are talking about is that ranching.
Yes.
Not actually for them to go
and graze and come back. Yes.
Because if they go, they will always return to the city.
Yes.
So as the FCT minister, taking time out of the budget and funding for ranching in the FCT because of the prevalent nature of the prowling cattle.
Yes, but you know it cannot be done in one day. He has approved, he has already made provision in the budget, It's now left for us, the desk officers, to implement. As I'm talking to you now, there was a letter I drafted and I've sent to Agri Secretariat. This ranching is going to be established between Abuja Environmental Protection Board and Agri Secretariat. So we are putting our heads together to see how we can do it. We have started. But the fact of the matter is the security department also have to come in. In fact, the commissioner of police will also have to come in because you see, we have to provide security for them. They cannot just go there and sit without security. Otherwise, these cattle wrestlers will go and kill them and then take their cattle away. So that is
the 4 places where these ranches will be constructed or established in Abuja.
Yes.
Could you identify the areas?
Yes, one of them is Kawu in Buhari local government. Kawu in Buhari local government. The second one is Paikonkore in Gwagwadala local government. Then the third one is Rubuchi in Kuje. Then the fourth one is Wasa in Amak. These areas, there are very large areas where these animals are being allowed to go and graze. They can go there, they have enough food, they have enough grasses, no structures there. It's meant for grazing only. Yes.
To digress a little,
yes.
Is there any plan for industries to be attached with these ranches for animal production? Like, the hide and skin can be used for leather works in the country, the bone marrow, the meat itself, and so many things for export purposes instead of what we see around prowling.
You see, it's like you are missing the whole thing. You see, ranching or grazing is not an abattoir. Fulanis don't kill their cows. Okay. There are established abattoirs where these animals, when they are sold in the market, now they are being transported to these abattoirs and then they are butchered like the way you said. But they don't butcher their animals in their houses or where they live. No, that is not what they do. Their main concern is to see where they can feed their animals. Water, I thought you will even ask of provision of water and other facilities. And that is what we are trying to do now. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. On the last note, you have been very vibrant in your duty as a director of ABUJA Environmental Protection Board.
Yes.
Do you have challenges at the moment that is, militating against your smooth running of?
There is no schedule that does not have challenge. I have a lot of challenge, and my main challenge is the public and you, the media. These are the 2 major challenges I have, because sometimes you report half-baked information. Like I think 2 days or 3 days ago, somebody reported that enforcement are collecting. I said, look, this enforcement, they have their numbers. They have their numbers at their breast here.
I've always said.
Yes, they have their numbers. So if somebody comes to collect money from somebody, take that number and send to me, and you will see what I do to the person. They always go with their vehicles. Take the vehicle number. If you cannot get this, get the vehicle number, send to me, and you see what I will do. Sometimes you'll be surprised that that person that went to collect that thing is a dismissed enforcement officer. It's because he is used to the traders there. That is why, because we have dismissed him for one thing or the other that he has done, he will now go back and start. And the fact of the matter is the giver and the taker committed same offense. So that they should have this at the back of their mind, that as they are giving money, they are committing the same offense with the person they are giving. And if we arrest them, we will also arrest the person that is giving and prosecute them in the court.
That is what we have for you today. I have been Daniel Atai. Thanks for watching.